from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, September 23rd, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. Today, the Pope continued his week-long visit to the United States. This morning, Pope Francis led prayer at St. Matthew's Cathedral with U.S. bishops in Washington, D.C. His Excellency Bishop Joseph Bambera of the Scranton Diocese personally met with Pope Francis this morning. Tomorrow, Pope Francis will visit with the Senate and House and make his first ever address to Congress. Tomorrow evening, he will travel to New York City, where he will hold a prayer service at St. Patrick's Cathedral, hold a multi-religious service at the 9/11 Memorial Museum, and lead a procession through Central Park. On Saturday, the Pope will travel to Philadelphia, where he will take part in several other events scheduled. Bishop Bambera will also be joining in the events in Philadelphia. Congressman Lou Barletta has been asked by a Hazleton artist to present Pope Francis with a painting entitled A Prayer for Peace. Hazleton artist Salvador DeFazio created the painting and has given it to the congressman to present it to the Holy Father during his visit to Washington, D.C. Barletta will be attending a canonization mass at Catholic University of America today. You may remember DeFazio. He was appointed as Hazleton's first poet laureate by then Mayor Barletta. Representative Barletta's staff will deliver the painting to the Pope's traveling support staff. In other news today, 4 men are behind bars in connection with a shooting in Kingston Tuesday afternoon. According to police, the 4 suspects went to the home on Grove Street looking for drugs. Rachel Torres, which was allegedly shot in the back by 30-year-old Anthony Santiago of Staten Island, New York, at the home at 293 Grove Street. The other 3 suspects, Nathaniel Moore from the Bronx, New York, Daniel Jackson, and Rashid Fields, both from Wilkes-Barre, were arrested at the Hilltop Apartments in Edwardsville. Police say the men allegedly conspired to rob Torres and her boyfriend, Jasmeric Zenon. Allegedly, Santiago and Moore were inside the apartment when Jackson and Fields forced their way through the rear door. Zenon told police he was forced to the floor, and when Torres heard the fight, she retrieved a handgun. Santiago allegedly fired 2 rounds from his handgun after he saw Torres with the gun. Santiago was charged with aggravated assault, robbery, and criminal conspiracy. Tonight, he's behind bars at the Luzerne County Prison for lack of $750,000. The other 3 suspects are also behind bars for lack of $250,000 each, charged with criminal conspiracy. Torres remains in the hospital in stable condition. The skate park at Arthur Street in Hazleton was taken apart today by city workers. WYLN's Gary Perna has more on why it was taken down.
Piece by piece, the skate park at the Arthur Street playground was taken apart by city DPW crews for safety reasons.
I was speaking to our assistant foreman, and he had been inspecting playgrounds, and he came back with a report that this is very dangerous. It was deteriorating and could cause injury to any juveniles that are on it. So we decided it's best to take it down and evaluate it. Well, it's not in use. It's too dangerous compared to leaving it there.
Unuzi said the park has been the scene of graffiti and vandalism for a few years, but when the equipment started to become unsafe, it had to come down.
We are constantly repairing things up at there, but I don't know if this was damaged or it's just worn out. You know, they do use it a lot, but it's too dangerous and somebody's going to get hurt, and we can't have that liability.
The mayor said the city does not have the funds to replace it right now.
Hopefully, maybe somebody could, get a fundraiser, get some money together. We'll help to put it together and reinstall it, so hopefully the best will come of it. The best thing right now, get it off the playground and get the kids off of it before somebody gets hurt.
The Arthur Street playground will continue to stay open, just minus the skate park. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thank you, Gary. Today is the 3rd day of trial for Dr. Stephanie Tarapchak of Ashland. The trial is in Lackawanna County Court in Scranton. She's accused of handing out prescriptions for drugs such as painkillers, OxyContin, and Percocet. diet pills and sedatives for patients who were addicted. State prosecutors say several overdosed, including one man who died. She's also accused of billing insurance companies for office visits and procedures that never happened, along with smuggling drugs into Lackawanna County Prison. But her defense says she's the victim of a disorganized office and drug-addicted witnesses who got angry when she cut them off. Deputy Attorney General Robert LaBarre is the chief prosecutor. He called Tarapchak a liar and a drug smuggler. Her court-appointed defense attorney told the jury her office had fallen into disarray after a trusted administrator had left, blaming the prosecution's claims of Tarapchak stealing pills on poor bookkeeping. The Attorney General's office says a Hazel Township man let his 3 young daughters stay in a home he shared with 2 other roommates and an ecstasy lab. Agents found the lab at Marty Kelly's home at 500 West Ridge Street in what's often called the Green Ridge section of West Hazelton, though it's actually Hazel Township. Back in July, agents found a roommate, Joey Almeida, had his daughters in the home as part of a custody arrangement every other weekend. Almeida told investigators he didn't know of the lab or any illegal activity in the home. Almeida faces 3 third-degree felony counts of child endangerment. He was arraigned by District Judge James Dixon in Hazel Township, who released him on $75,000 unsecured bail. As expected, West Hazelton Borough Council temporarily banned hookah lounges. The ban is in effect for 45 days. Council says that it will give time to update its ordinance, which covers them. Council also hired a consultant, Carson Helfrich, for $15,000 to redo zoning ordinances. The ordinance comes after a new hookah lounge, the Conga Lounge, opened this summer but was closed a month later after several complaints. A Hazelton woman is in county prison after leading police on a 7-mile chase on Monday. 50-year-old Andrea Pena faces several charges. Police say they tried to pull her over, but she refused. It started Monday afternoon near her home in the Heights, also close to Alta Pizzeria, which was robbed recently. After an officer drove past her Dodge Magnum, she took off south on Poplar Street into the Heights Gardner Beltway, Route 424, and eventually onto I-81. City police say Pena drove at speeds of over 75 miles per hour, changing lanes. State police joined the chase and eventually forced her to pull over, but she wouldn't get out of the car. She was arraigned Monday night by Magisterial District Judge Michael Dotzel in Wilkes-Barre Township, who set bail at $5,000, which she couldn't post. The car had an inspection that expired in July and a registration plate which was seized due to insurance cancellation. Another entity has moved out of the Schuylkill Mall. Caregivers America has moved from it to the old Union Bank and Trust at 23 Center Street in Pottsville. Vice President Tracy Caden said there's not a lot of foot traffic at the mall, and downtown is a better location. Mall manager Elaine Manival says the Clark Summit-based firm was a short-term tenant. The company signed a 3-year lease for the Center Street building. Caregivers America has 20 locations across the state. Attorney General Kathleen Kane now says she will publicly release all of the supposed pornographic emails, which she says are at the center of the charges against her. Her spokesman Chuck Ardo says first, many documents have to be scrubbed, that is, removing sensitive information which may be attached to them. Ardo says Kane will release the materials as soon as practically possible, but Ardo said the office will let all the names of those who sent or received them attached so they will be publicly known. Ardo also said that Kane's law license suspension won't take effect for 30 days. Well, WYLN is proud to announce that all 3 Hazelton mayoral candidates have agreed to participate in a live debate this October before the 2015 general election. The debate is between Hazelton Council President Jack Mundy, who is running on the Democrat ticket, Hazelton Councilmember Jeff Cassatt, who is running on the Republican ticket, and independent political newcomer Scott Cahalan. The debate will take place at the Hazelton One Community Center on Wednesday, August 21st at 7 p.m. An after show of political political discussion and debate analysis will immediately follow the live debate. WYLN's Tiffany Cloud, host of WYLN's The Storm, will moderate the debate, and the candidates will be asked questions by several members of the media, including WYLN's lead reporter, Gary Perna. Again, WYLN will broadcast a live Hazleton mayoral debate Wednesday, October 21st at 7 p.m. And stay tuned here to WYLN for more details as we get closer to that debate. Well, time now for our first look at our forecast. It's officially fall, and what better way to kick off the season but with plenty of sunshine, and hopefully it'll remain that way for the rest of the week. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbachik's in the Weather Center with the details. Joe, what can you tell us?
Well, I can tell you it's looking pretty nice over the next several days. If you're looking for any type of rain anytime soon, really doesn't look like it's going to happen. Out toward the west, that is the case. Quite a bit of some rain out there, but for our area, it continues to be dry. And this is the trend we're going to continue to see. Generally 70s, some areas near 80 degrees, but waking up in the morning, boy, we had some 40s, some lower 40s out there, even 41 getting down to in Bradford early this morning. So it's a cool start to our mornings, but very nicely things warm up throughout the daytime hours. And temperature-wise right now, 77 in Berwick, 73 in New Angola, and 77 in Bloomsburg. The complete 7-day forecast coming up just moments away. And
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, details on what Hazleton City Council is planning on doing with the vacant seat left on council by Keith Bast. That and much more coming up here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, weather with meteorologist Joe Garbachik, sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Theodora's Restaurant in Drums, Pennsylvania, the area's premier spot for delicious American cuisine. Open for lunch and dinner, Chef Drew's diverse menu, including his weekly specials, certain to satisfy any appetite, and our ambiance, as appealing as our cuisine. We offer a variety of settings, indoor dining, private rooms, indoor and outdoor bars, and beautiful patio seating. Whether you want a meal out or to throw an event, from an intimate party to wedding, check us out. Theodora's Restaurant, American cuisine, world-class ambiance.
Did you know that suicide rates are on the rise in Luzerne and Wyoming counties? Did you know that over 100 Americans commit suicide every day? And did you know that you can help prevent suicide? I'm Jeffrey Wan. I'm here to tell you there is help. If you or someone you know is depressed, dial 800-273-TALK or the emergency helpline at 211. For more information and suicide prevention tips, visit any of these websites. Together, we can save lives.
Several positions are available at the Keystone Job Corps Center. Part-time CDL driving position, an in the cafeteria, full-time senior cook, full-time cook, and a part-time kitchen helper. Visit mtctrains.com to apply. The Brass Buckle in Cunningham features a wide variety of Tex-Mex and modern Mexican food. Dine inside or outside on their beautiful patio. They also offer a private banquet room with seating up to 110 people. The Brass Buckle, 334 Main Street in Cunningham. Call 570-788-4145.
There are still only 4 council members in the city of Hazleton for now. At last night's council meeting, the topic of appointing someone did come up, but not for a vote. There are at least 5 people that put their names in to be the newest council member. We have learned that residents Dee Dekas, Kim Attor, Norman Tarantino, Antonio Rodriguez, and Ted Chirac have all put their names in. Now, council is set a special meeting for next Tuesday at 6 p.m. to discuss the matter and possibly appoint someone.
A special meeting on Tuesday. Jeff put the resolution out. Maybe he was a little premature. And I think, we got some more applications. There might be 6 or 7, and this gives them a chance to apply and for us to look at everyone rather than having to vote on one person that one councilman came up with.
The council called for a special meeting on the 29th to select the replacement for the city council seat. I felt that it should have been done tonight in case we had to table it or move on. We only have till the 7th to get this done. I don't like working under deadlines. I think it should have been taken care of tonight. We have to spend money now to advertise for a special meeting to be held next week.
Again, that special meeting is set for Tuesday, September 29th at 6 p.m. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacic is back with a full look at our forecast. Plus, area seniors took part in a fall prevention program by the Active Adult Center and the Physical Therapy and Balance Center. More news is headed your way, including sports, here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
Penn State is right here in the Hazleton area.
We're top ranked by corporate recruiters.
We have 4-year degrees, so you can finish here
or at another Penn State campus.
There's new scholarship money available.
And there's no application fee when you visit here.
Penn State Hazleton.
Download your application fee waiver at psu.edu/visit Hazleton.
Hazel Drugs does more than fill prescriptions. They know your needs and have been serving the Hazleton area since 1868. That's over 147 years. They accept all prescription insurances, offer convenient parking, drive-through service, and free prescription delivery. They carry the highest quality vitamins and supplements with a certified clinical nutritionist on staff to answer your questions. They can customize your prescription, specializing in natural hormones, children's compounding, and animal medications. Hazel Drugs, America's oldest compounding pharmacy and Hazleton's oldest business. Let their family take care of your family.
One of the largest fairs on the East Coast, the 160th Bloomsburg Fair, September 26th to October 3rd. Enjoy a full lineup of entertainment and great shows. Cinderella carriage rides daily, agricultural displays, competitive livestock shows, the Big Cat Encounter, and sky rides. The fair barns include over 1,400 animals. Always a wide variety of food vendors. Visit us online at bloomsburgfair.com or call 570-784-4949.
At precisely 4:21 this morning, we officially began fall, and we began it on a relatively chilly note. Some areas in the 40s. We began it with some areas of fog, but very quickly, it's beautiful outside. In fact, we got pretty much clear skies overhead, not much of a wind at all. It's maybe just a tad of a breeze at most. And it's pretty nice out there, but another cool night in store for our area and some fog for tomorrow morning. Let's get on to the graphic for the day, and just a delightful day, a great day to begin fall. Very nice outside. In fact, the next couple of days looking very nice across all of our viewing area. And we don't have anything to show you on radar. Once again, it is dry, bone dry, across the entire Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. We're in the 70s outside our station in Hazleton. Feels just a little bit warmer. Feeling like it's about 80 degrees, but still nice out there. 74 now, Mount Pocono 80. In Allentown 79, in Williamsport 78, in Selinsgrove 73 degrees. In State College up in the Wyoming Valley area, temperatures remaining in the mid to upper 70s to near 80 degrees. No specks of rain, no drizzle, none of that stuff. And that's going to be the trend the next several days. We're going to continue to stay in this dry weather pattern across our area. But that's not going to be the case down toward the south. There's going to be some rain as we progress through this week. But for our area, we're not going to see any rain whatsoever. And there you can see the extent of the rain just down toward the south. That is pretty much going to miss us. Looking at the numbers for tonight, a chilly start to our morning. Many areas will be in the upper 40s, lower 50s. Tomorrow we're in the 70s again, looking very nice. And then tomorrow night, dropping down for the most part, again into the 50s. Nice for tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine heading our way. The rain is kept away from our area. And as we go into the weekend, there's going to be another system out there that's going to be producing rain, but it's going to be suppressed down toward the south thanks to this area of high pressure. It's going to keep everything toward the south, so as a result, at least our area is going to, at this point, stay dry for Saturday and Sunday. Here's a look at the extended forecast and what we can expect going into the next several days. Again, some early morning fog. And then we get up into the 70s, a little bit cooler for our Friday and Saturday. But overall, things not looking too bad over the next several days. Our daytime Pennsylvania lottery numbers, there you can see the pick 2, 4, 6, pick 3, 4, 6, 3, pick 4, 9, 7, 9, 6. The pick 5 numbers 8, 5, 2, 7, 7, and the treasure hunt numbers 2, 3, 4, 19, and 20. Stick around. We'll continue to have more for you coming up after these commercial messages.
Edgewood in the Pines, located in Drums, provides the perfect scenery in any season to complement your wedding or special event. From the spectacular colors of fall, a cozy winter setting, or the plush greens of summer, Edgewood will provide a breathtaking setting for your exceptional affair. Edgewood is perfect for weddings, birthday celebrations, showers, baptism, or any special event. From small intimate gatherings to breathtaking formal affairs, your event is certain to be an amazing experience to remember for years to come. Celebrate at Edgewood in the Pines.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
The Wiltsey Center presents an evening at the Summit with Frank, Dean, and Sammy, October 10th, 7 p.m. at the Wiltsey Center in Hazleton. The Rat Pack is back through the talent and stylings of these 3 seasoned East Coast performers. Come enjoy the 1960s Kings of the Las Vegas Strip. Tickets are available at Ticketmaster.com and any Ticketmaster location. It's an evening at the Summit with Frank, Dean, and Sammy, October 10th at 7 p.m. at the Wiltsey Center in Hazleton.
Today, many seniors from the greater Hazleton area took part in a fall prevention program. WYLN's Gary Perna has more.
This morning, senior citizens from the Hazleton Active Adult Center took part in a fall prevention program that was put on by the Center and Physical Therapy Balance Center of Hazleton.
Today we are partnering with Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. They are going to be doing some screening for our seniors. Today is National Fall Awareness Prevention Day, and it's very important for seniors to make sure they're getting checked. And also the number one thing that I find is when seniors fall, they need to tell someone. They'll have a fall and they won't tell anyone, but it's very important. They need to tell their family and they need to tell their doctor as well, because they may have injuries and not realize, and then they're not getting the help that they need to recover.
Ting O, owner and physical therapist from Physical Therapy and Balance Center in Hazleton, said seniors are more prone than falls than anyone else, and they could be very dangerous for them.
Yeah, today's National Fall Prevention Day, so I don't know if people realize there's some alarming statistics about falls. 33% of seniors will fall every year, and to put that into perspective, that's 1 every 13 seconds. And falls create a lot of injuries for seniors, and in fact every 29 minutes a senior will die because of fall-related injury. So it's something that we obviously at Physical Therapy and Balance Centers want to prevent. So we're here today at the Senior Center of Hazleton to do some fall risk assessments as part of National Fall Prevention Day.
O used a computer program mapping software to map out fall assessments for the seniors. He recommends for all seniors not to leave anything on their floors like clutter or throw rugs in their homes. They may trip over them. And to be careful with cables and wires and make sure they're tucked away. And to keep all rooms very well lit.
Falling does create a lot of pretty serious injuries. 95% of fractured hips is because of a fall, and around about 40% of those people will end up in a nursing home. So yeah, falling, definitely go seek medical advice. If you've fallen and haven't injured yourself, statistics show that one fall usually leads to a second or third fall. So definitely get somewhere like Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. We can check your fall risk to test to see what areas of your body may benefit from a fall prevention program. So the quicker you can get into a program, the less risk you have of falling from there.
The seniors also saw a program from the Department of Aging. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thank you, Gary. Coming up next, Eric DeBaradinas is in with sports here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
WYLN is proud to announce a huge technical upgrade to our channels that will bring a better digital picture and expanded coverage area to viewers all over northeastern and central Pennsylvania. In addition to Channel 35.1 in Hazleton, you can watch a crystal clear picture in Berwick and Columbia County on Channel 47.1 and in East Stroudsburg on Channel 24.1. And we're proud to announce Pennsylvania's newest TV station, Channel 9.1 in Williamsport, serving Lycoming, Montour, Northumberland, and Union counties. Now more than ever, WYLN is your local network.
Sports on WYLN is sponsored in part by Burger Family Dealerships, Harry's View Pullet, Fairway Chevrolet, Penn State Hazleton, Barber Ford, The Wire Guys, Tri-County Business Machines, Weatherwood Nursing, Hazel Park Quality Meats, John Diana Insurance, Mobility by Steven, Service Electric, Hazleton, S.J. Kowalski, Plumbing and Heating, Coordinated Health, Grand Central, and Third Base Luncheonette.
Teams in the Wyoming Valley Conference Big School Division, and they are all finally playing each other. We preview Week 4 in the league. WYLN's Game of the Week features high-powered Williamsport visiting Hazleton. The Cougars have struggled against the pass the previous 2 weeks and now match up versus the most talented pass-catch combo in the conference with Isaiah Hankins at quarterback for the Millionaires and J.R. Reeves at receiver. In maybe the conference's premier rivalry, our number 1 team, Wyoming Valley West, visits number 3 Berwick. The Spartans, who average 45 points per game and 411 yards of total offense, face a Dogs defensive unit that has pitched 2 straight shutouts. Next up, Dallas versus Coughlin. The Crusaders have responded with back-to-back wins by a combined 4 points after a 2-point opening week loss to Hazleton. The Mountaineers have dropped 2 straight by a combined 11 points, so this should be another close one. Tunkhannock and Wyoming area have come close to breaking through, but each program yet to find a win in 2015. The Tigers with a great chance to pick up their first W in over 2 years this Friday. And on Saturday, another pair of winless squads, Crestwood and Pittston, battle in Mountaintop. The Comets have struggled, but should cruise past the Patriots. They have an offense that has scored just 20 points in 3 games. Panic set in after Penn State's opening week loss to Temple. 2 straight wins have offered a newfound confidence for the fan base and head coach James Franklin.
I'm actually really pleased with how we're playing as a team right now. I thought that game on Saturday was probably the most complete football game we played since we've been here. Now, have we played better on defense? Yes. Have we played better on offense? Yes. Have we played better on special teams? Maybe not. But all 3 phases together, I thought, we played great team football, at this point where we're at as a program.
Always go to other people's funerals, otherwise they won't come to yours. A classic yogiism from a man that certainly didn't lack in popularity. Today the country mourns the passing of an icon from America's pastime, Yogi Berra. The Yogi Berra Museum announced that the Yankees legend died late Tuesday night at the age of 90. Berra made his mark on the diamond as a 10-time World Series champion, 15-time All-Star, 3-time American League Most Valuable Player, and Hall of Fame catcher. Yogi will also be remembered for his influence on culture and his expressions that didn't abide by logic. My favorites, I usually take a 2-hour nap from 1 to 4, and a nickel ain't worth a dime anymore. Those are just a few yogiisms. Stay tuned. Coming up, Joe Garbacik is in with a final look at the forecast.
It's high school football time. Watch WYLN for all the local high school football action as we bring you the event, not just the highlights, like only WYLN can. Watch the Game of the Week right here on WYLN. We're your local network. For the best in local sports, watch WYLN TV 35. The event, not just the highlights.
Well, this dry weather, this dry trend that we continue to see across our area will stick around for the next several days. We'll be looking at temperatures in the 60s and 70s for daytime highs, nighttime lows 40s and 50s. Overall looking pretty nice over the next several days. By the weekend, though, system down toward the south, but again, it should not impact our area whatsoever. I think we should continue to remain dry right through Saturday and Sunday. Here's a look at the extended forecast and what we can expect over the next couple of days. Generally, temperatures in the 60s and lower 70s, and some of those overnight lows dropping down into the 40s. So some cool nights, but some pleasant and mild days ahead.
All right, well, that sounds great because the course, the Bloomsburg
Yeah,
Fair.
hey, you know what? Looks
That
very
is some
nice.
nice weather
Yes,
for the Bloomsburg
so
Fair.
far, so good.
I don't even remember it being that warm even going. I remember going in like
Oh,
hoodies
and all kinds of
sweaters
weather,
and
yes.
snow, and of course the rain.
Yep.
But lucky week for the fair. So if you're planning on going to the fair,
Fair weather.
There's gonna.
There you go.
That's how we keep them around.
Yes.
Thanks, Joe.
No problem.
Have a good night, everyone.